It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Wilson wants a different look. A first carry for Najee Harris.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Wilson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I was so proud of you in our meeting with the defensive coordinator because you asked the question that set him off. And all you said was, so what improvement do you need to see this week, Coach? And boy, he got fired up, didn't he? Takeaways. We need turnovers. We got to create them. Got so animated, jumped up in our meeting. It was fun to watch.
Somehow I always upset a coordinator in those meetings. Yeah. But they want pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Here's Wilson.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Harris running straight ahead. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 3rd and 6.
Now it's Wilson.
That is caught. He's got a first and maybe more.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. Here's Burrow. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Bengals sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Here we go. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Check three. Slam.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Fourth down, but Burrow stays put. They're going for it.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Calvin Ridley, 48 yards.
And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his right. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The man in motion left here, Johnson. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Play action. It's Wilson.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st down, Wilson.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there and a Bengal first. They will throw on first down with Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Forced out to his left.
And that, boy, a dangerous throw there back across the field, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To the air again, Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. To get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow on third down. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Burrow going for it on fourth. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down very close to the spot he needed, and it's going to wind up being enough. Maybe by less than a football, but a conversion nonetheless on 4th and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On second down, here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A give running left. McAllister dances by him. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Another run with McAllister. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Burrow will throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive in making plays.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. A leap, and he's got it. A great play there. High in the air to bring it in.
And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Dobbs goes in motion.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing is Wilson. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A handoff running left, Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They go play action with Wilson.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. They'll try the right side with Harris. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now Wilson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. This is 1st and 10. Connecting with Johnson.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Wilson.
He's got this to Pickens.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, It may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's third down.
To throw again is Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Well, they need to score and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10.
Now Wilson.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
On third down, Wilson.
Got his man, it's Warren.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Ball resting on the 20. This is 2nd and 10.
Wilson will throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Cincinnati, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire